y'all, what's up? It's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome for everyone if it's your first time here. We are gonna have some fun today, and as you can tell by the title, this is gonna be my review on the documentary on Netflix called What the Health. And so I was vegan for almost 2 years before, and then I stopped, and now as of like a couple weeks ago, I'm going back vegan, and so I'm taking you guys along on my journey with me. So thank you guys for all the questions you asked and things like that. If you want to see why I went vegan, check my video out right here that I made. I went vegan because I went out of the country and I realized that all food is not processed like food is in America. And so it just woke me up and I began to research, and then I just went cold turkey. Before I start, I just want to tell y'all, I'm not one of these typical vegans. I'm not one of these I only eat kale and I don't think we should kill animals type people. No, I think the Bible says we can kill animals, so go for it. But the thing about it is, in today's society in America, you really have to look at how your meat is processed. When you pick up that chicken breast at the store, you gotta realize most likely you're not just picking up a chicken breast and putting that in your body. Most likely you're also picking up hormones, added dyes, you're picking up preservatives, you're picking up fecal matter, and just a lot of different, and you're picking up a lot of drugs in there. But a lot of it, the problems that really are caused have to do with how it's processed. So there were some very disturbing but real facts in this documentary, and I'm going to be posting some here, and I'm going to be telling you guys some, and all of them are fact checked with the source below in the description below, so check that out. But one of the ones that just took me out, y'all, is that 88% of pork chops, 90% of ground beef, and 95% of chicken that was tested came up positive that they were contaminated with fecal bacteria. Y'all, that is disgusting. Also, something that shocked me was just that in milk, there is a certain amount of pus that is allowed. Now, you can't go over a certain amount, but that means there is a certain amount that's allowed in your milk, legally allowed. And to me, that's disgusting. I never want to eat pus or fecal matter. What? That's so gross. I just can't handle it. Also, something was just that the World Health Organization labeled sausage and bacon as carcinogens, and just really compared it a lot to smoking cigarettes, which shocked me. Also, in the US, the pharmaceutical industry, over 80% of their drugs are administered to animals. So even for somebody like myself, I'm not on any drugs, I'm not on any medication or anything like that, but if I were to be eating meat and dairy, I would be. I would be putting all those things in my body 3-4 times a day for decades, and that will cause, that causes an effect, that affects you. And so I think it's just smart to be aware of how this food is processed. The next point, these health organizations, a lot of them are being funded by the sugar, meat, dairy, and alcohol industry. So obviously their agenda and what they're gonna communicate is gonna benefit those industries, because that's where their money's coming from. So the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Association, they're all funded by these industries. And so that just makes me think, you have an agenda. You guys are telling me to drink milk for strong bones, but scientifically it makes no sense for a mammal after they're weaned off of breast milk to drink the milk of another animal. That makes no sense. You see that nowhere else in nature, you know? And so you start to think scientifically, are you guys telling me the truth? They talked about in the documentary how we've gotten into the practice of treating chronic diseases once they appear, rather than just preventing them. And it's not as simple as just preventing them, but over 70% of death and morbidity are lifestyle related, and they're preventable. And this is not any shame on anyone, like you should have done this, but I think for those of us who have life, the gift of life right now, we should make wise decisions and just be educated. You know, you kind of start to think, who's feeding us these messages, and what necessarily is your agenda? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but to me, you have to just use wisdom and see, is what you're telling me lining up with truth? No matter what you're doing, any advice someone gives you, it needs to line up with truth. And I think that's why I appreciate this documentary, because it really helps us to see, and it really provides some scientific, factual truth that no matter what, if my government tells me I need to drink milk for strong bones, I can I can compare that to what's actually true. One of my favorite things that they talked about is the protein myth. So every time I tell somebody I'm vegan, the first thing they say is, ooh, oh my gosh, how do you get enough protein? And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I have protein shakes and I eat vegetables. And that's what they talked about in this documentary, is that all protein is initially made by plants. Plants are loaded with protein, and so if you're eating a whole food plant-based diet, and you're eating enough food, you will have enough protein. Chimpanzees are our closest living relative on this earth. They're very similar to us in anatomy and a lot of other ways. 97% of their diet is plants. The largest and strongest terrestrial animals on earth are herbivores. They don't eat meat. Nobody looks at a gorilla or chimpanzee and says, well, you need to go add some meat to your diet. No, they're extremely strong, they're extremely effective, they're extremely healthy animals just by eating the natural diet that they have and that they're led towards. And so the myth that you need to eat meat to get enough protein or else you're gonna be protein deficient is very wrong, and I'm glad they touched on that in this documentary. And so I personally loved this documentary. I just used it as more fuel to live my vegan lifestyle. I know some people, they felt overwhelmed. They felt like, oh my gosh, this is everything I eat. Everything I eat, what the heck am I supposed to eat? What do I do? And I just want to encourage you that even if you're not at the point to just go cold turkey like I did and just throw out all the animal products, just maybe take it one step at a time. Continue to educate yourself. And maybe you just decide, okay, instead of buying regular milk this time, I'm just gonna buy almond milk or coconut milk. Or just decide, hey, maybe instead of eating meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm just gonna maybe just try one meal a day or something like that. I think you shouldn't get overwhelmed, and I understand everybody's not gonna be vegan, but I think everyone should be educated. Everyone should hopefully prioritize this highly, because it's about your physical health and in your life and your quality of life. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna be making more videos about the actual details of the vegan lifestyle, and I'm so excited. I need your questions, so put me some questions. Put me some questions. Let me know your questions in the comments below. I really want to know what you guys want to know about the vegan lifestyle. And I thank you all for watching this video. I hope that you guys go watch What the Health. I'm going to also link some other very informative vegan documentaries and links and books and things like that. In the description below that helped me in my decision, and so hopefully they'll help educate you. So I love you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because we're going to be making fun videos and more vegan diaries and other types of videos along the way. So have a wonderful day, my loves, and as usual, goodbye.